Hi 7th graders, it's Mrs. Levitt here. We are back on track with our video lessons. I'm not sick anymore and my voice is fine and dandy, so we're going to get started today with percent of a number, question mark? Yes, percent of a number. Okay, great. So first things first, you're going to get problems that are going to look a lot like this. It's going to say what percent of 40 is 25. It's going to look something like that. So in order to do these problems, they are exactly like fractional part of a number, but we got to go one step further and convert those fractions into percents. Okay, so got to rewrite this problem. We can't solve it just looking at it like this. So we're going to make it easier for ourselves, and we're going to do this. Okay, so we're going to take the what percent. Okay, and we're just going to draw a little arrow down here, and we're going to write WP, and that's going to stand for what percent. Okay, that's going to be the same thing as like writing X or Y or whatever placeholder letter that you're going to use in algebra. Okay, all right, moving on. This of is going to be a multiplication symbol. Okay, I'm going to use the dot for that. That's going to be multiplication. Okay, it's just the dot. I could have used X if I wanted to, or parentheses even, but for our purposes right now, we're just going to use the dot. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So 40, you can just leave that number 40 as is. Okay, so far we have WP times 40. Okay, that's going to be an equal sign. Just the number 25. Okay, so we have WP times 40 equals 25. Okay, so I'm going to squash that together so it kind of makes a little bit more sense for us. But writing it out that way might be something that you want to do. It's kind of a longer process, but it's really going to help you later down the line. Okay, so all right, now what we want to do is we want to get that WP by itself. Okay, so in order to do that, we have to divide by 40. Okay, so let's do that on this side first. Okay, those 40s cancel out. So now we have the WP by itself, but we have to do that on both sides. Alright, so now we're going to rewrite it down here, WP equals 25 over 40. Alright, cool. We got to do a couple more things before we're absolutely done with this problem. Okay, we got to take this fraction right here, we got to reduce it down. Okay, which those are both divisible by 5. We have 25 and 40. Those are both divisible by 5. So if we reduce that down, okay, it's going to give us 5/8. Okay, so now we have WP equals 5/8. If this was a fractional part of a number problem, we would be set to go. We would be all done. But we got to convert this into a fraction. Okay, so if you remember converting into a fraction, we're going to take that top number. Okay, we're going to divide that by that 8, by the bottom number. Okay, numerator by denominator. Excuse me. And if we do that, okay, I already did this with a calculator, so I already know that this is 62.5%. All right. Okay. So now we know that that WP is going to be 62.5%. All right, cool. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to look at the next example problem. Sorry, the camera's a little bit shaky. Oops. Okay, we're going to look at Let's see. We're going to look at this next example problem. It says, okay, what percent of $3.50 is 28 cents? Okay? Alright, so I want you guys to pause the video real quick, and then we'll come back and do this all together. I'm going to go ahead and turn the page, get a fresh page. Alright, so we have what percent of $3.50 is 28 cents. Okay, we're going to do the same process. Okay, so we have what percent of $3.50 is 28 cents. Okay. All right, now you should have rewritten that and should divide on both sides by 3.5. Okay. So now we have 0.28, or sorry, WP equals 0.28 or 28 cents by 3.5. Okay? Alright, so now this is the part where it gets a little bit tricky. What you want to do at this point is you want to move those decimal points over till that denominator is a whole number. Okay, so we move that over, move this over, okay, because you have to do it on both sides, or the top and the bottom rather. So now we have 35 for the bottom and 2.8 for the top. Okay, now if you were to divide those two, you can use a calculator for this because it's going to be some tricky math. But if you were to divide those two, you would get 0.08. Okay, we're still not quite done. Gotta move that decimal point back over twice to get our percentage. Okay, so now we can see that is 8%. Okay? Awesome. Alright. Well, that's all that there is for this lesson. You might have some problems that switch around what you need to find. You might be finding, you might not be finding the percent. You might be finding the, this portion of it, like the 350 or something like that. So just make sure that you write out this sentence and then fill in what you need to fill in from there. Okay? Circle any problems that you guys might have with your lesson for Monday, and we will talk about it on Tuesday in the last 15 minutes of class. And other than that, have a happy Monday, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. All right, bye-bye.